Major Paul Humphrey has been acting chief at LMPD for less than a week, but here in Frankfort, he spoke very plainly about what he says are some modern challenges facing Louisville's police department and what he thinks needs to change.
We have a gang problem in Louisville that is different from the gang problem that we all grew up understanding. It's no longer this red and blue problem.
Humphrey told state lawmakers organized crime laws are not as effective as they once were.
It's not just that they're affiliated with one group. They might be affiliated with 2 or 3 different groups. And they go in and out of those groups very easily, which makes the traditional gang laws very difficult for us to use as a prosecutorial tool.
Humphrey was in Frankfort along with Mayor Craig Greenberg and Louisville Fire Chief Brian O'Neill to talk about challenges and successes in public safety. And he told them about another big challenge. He says officers are encountering more and more people in mental health crises.
Plain and simple, and not to mince words, there are people living in conditions that none of us would tolerate an animal to live in.
Humphrey says Louisville is constantly expanding its 911 deflection team, which sends social workers to some non-violent calls. But he asked state lawmakers to solve a different problem on the back end.
If a crisis worker or the police or whoever is able to get a person into the hospital or into acute treatment, for them to turn around and walk out of the door 24 hours later or 72 hours later when they are not fully healthy, simply because there aren't beds to take them and there aren't physicians to treat them, is not solving the problem.
As the hearing came to a close, Mayor Greenberg announced a new partnership between Attorney General Russell Coleman and Jefferson County's Commonwealth's Attorney, Jarena Weathers.
That we think is going to help prosecute violent crime offenders, particularly those individuals that are committing gun crimes in our city. And so we're excited to help partner with the Attorney General on that.
Mark Vanderoff, WLKY News.